All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 20 of the 2021 Duels Fall Open. I am Delphius, and casting today with me, we've got Sasha. What's going on, Sasha? Am I on the call here?
Well,
Howdy, howdy. All right, looks like we mostly got stage 1 and 2 stuff today, but we will have a little bit of stage 3 as well. I got Meek and Melvin Fro there. Got some Tatanka action today, some Zen, some Indruis, so should be pretty fun stuff. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's take a quick peek again at the stages, just as a refresher for everybody here. Okay, stage 1, not too complicated. Just gotta pick one of the 3 decks here of the 4 sizes. And not a lot of other restrictions. Looks like plentiful campfires. This one's been pretty straightforward. I think last time we saw the Chameleon deck working really well. And for stage 2, which we will see today, this is the idle one. You can't sell, and if you hit 1,000 floating food on an extra large map, you win the game. And then finally, stage 3, which we will see today, a little bit of complicated banning rules. But essentially, the players and the boss Kalaru will each be able to ban certain amounts of these lots of units that the opponent cannot pick. So, gonna be crazy. Have you looked a lot at all the different stages, Sasha? Do you have a favorite special rule stage here?
QQ stage usually. I've been playing that extensively.
Yeah, QQ stage looks like a lot of fun. The free for all one. I think your stage is gonna be really cool too, Sasha. The final boss of this season here. You kind of have to hedge your bets on when and where you want to use the quote unquote strong units in the series. Seems like it could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like Heartseed stage as well. No burrowing, no swift units. That could be a lot of fun.
Dude, I didn't see that till today, and I feel like flanking would be ridiculously strong if you can't barrel back to base.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's no lizards. But I mean, I guess you could still flank with stuff like chameleons and snakes and whatnot. So
Just like Skrill Snake, like without swift units, it's more the timing's more important, but you can still do it.
Right. Let us know how the levels are in chat, everybody, if you don't mind, please. I did a little bit of testing beforehand, but just let me know if anyone sounds too loud. But all right, we got a lot of stuff to get through today, so we are going to start with Indruis. Let me throw the scoreboard back up here. Okay, so Indruis, I think Indruis started... Do you remember the first event Indruis was in, Sasha? Was it the last TNT Championship?
I didn't know they existed until today. So.
Yeah, I know they've played in something before. I think maybe it was the championship or maybe something right before that. But anywho, let's get into it. Definitely a newer player. Are you ready to hop into this first game here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so I like QQ stage, the floating food stage. Hearts stage is so interesting.
Yeah, QQ stage with the free-for-all should be pretty fun. We had a free-for-all tournament a very long time ago that Jed Erickson did. There weren't computers in it, but it was still pretty crazy. So we do have mirror decks here. And what do you think is the best try-hard deck out of these choices? Do you think it's this one?
Let me go look at the decks real quick.
Yeah. I think one of them has snakes in it, which is pretty nice. But the cams scale quite well into the late game. You can even use a couple early pigeons to help you fortify a push. I mean, the artillery cannon, it's a little bit of flexing, if you actually get an arty up. But we did see that
artillery deletes cam since the shells land instantly at melee range.
Yeah.
So
we did see Green Biscuit, I think, last week. Just kind of go crazy with the artillery cannons. But so far, this map not looking that... Well, I guess it's okay. It's a little bit awkward to actually path to each other's bases. So you can see here in the middle, Indrua's just having a difficult time even figuring out how to get through this maze. I don't think... Yeah, this is actually not away. Yeah, there's only the main way that Rush is going right now, and then I think you can sneak through this water right here to get in between the bases as well. All this in the bottom right's just like a cluttered mess. A couple campfires down there, but we'll see if they actually come in. Looks like nothing too crazy so far. Just some tier 1 into second bases. So I guess we're gonna have to see if players decide to macro up or maybe start throwing down the chameleons. And on this awkward map, I wouldn't be surprised to see people try to get up to the 16 farm. Seems pretty safe.
Yeah, they probably just want to rush 16 farms since cabins block both fruits and enemy base.
Yeah, that's definitely true too. That'll slow down any kind of aggression. So looks like Indruis is starting to get a few more farms here than Rush. Rush right now just kind of building a lot of tier 1. Gonna be a little bit painful there on the burrow home, but nothing too crazy just yet.
I think Indruis should really try to get that mill that's kind of like north mid and try to put an artillery up there. That'd just be game winning.
Oh yeah, that would be hilarious, especially if it was in a spot. I mean, the artilleries have such a long range; it could probably hit that little river river path in between the two bases as well. So finally, we do see some chameleons coming down here, but players kind of both going a little bit mid range, not really committing to farming up super fast. As I say that though, Indruis does finally start to make their way to 16. And we just have to give this one a little bit longer. But so far, I like Indruis' position. I think they're doing pretty fine. And on this first stage, I mean, you really want to get out of here 1-0. You don't want to be dropping a life already, you know.
Yeah, that would not bode well.
Okay, so 16 farms from both sides. Now we should see those cam numbers getting higher and higher. But I remember last week, generally what was kind of the big crux to start the aggression was when one of those players did throw down that artillery. You know, that kind of forces the other person to kind of make a move and try to deny that. So let's see, both players starting to take things a little bit more in the middle of the map. Indruis, oh man, if Indruis gets this middle mill and puts a artillery on that little ledge there, that could be brutal. Rush does have pigeons though to get the high ground vision.
Honestly, Indruis should not be bothering the pigeons or even that many cams, since cams can't shoot through terrain. So you could just shoot through the cliff at Rush's army. Then when the cams actually get all the way around, if they get that far, you can just go behind the mill.
Yeah, this map's terrain is super awkward for chameleons. You know, just having that melee range and all these little tents and barrels and doodads in the way. I definitely agree with you. Like the squirrels. Just having that range advantage could be huge, but we're seeing more and more cams from both sides. I think it's just because when you get so many cams out, it can just be a dominating force. And there's that artillery on the ledge, so let's see if Rush tries to make a move to deny this. Rush did see it. And I think
Indruis has more cams. He will just win the cliff fight right now if you went for it.
I mean, Rush has got to do something. I don't think putting your own artillery down is going to do it there. Indruis is going to finish first. And Indruis should be able to pretty easily see over there. Actually can't right now, but okay, here we go. Rush is moving in to try to deal with this artillery cannon. Ooh, oh, okay. I like that. Targeting it down with the chameleons, so gonna lose the battle? Actually might win the battle too. Look at this. All those pigeons healing up these cams super fast.
If he just went straight in, he would have won the fight even harder, but oh well.
Now this is looking really good for Rush. Rush's own artillery cannon is about done, so...
But it can't reach any of the pigs.
Yeah, Rush is going to have to go out there. Rush is going to have to give it vision, and there he goes.
Actually, no, that's ranged a little bit better than I thought it would. That is really awkward for Indruis.
Alright, so I wonder if Indruis, yeah, I was going to say, maybe the best move from here is to take this river path. Let's see, 18 squirrels, 5 cams. Let's see if Indruis can pull it off, but this is not looking good. Is Rush just gonna go for the base race?
That's a good camp snipe.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start to this. Okay, Indruis up on the infrastructure here. Gonna start knocking out the Warrens, and yeah, we're gonna be in a base race, it looks like. Indruis does have plenty of money to throw down another mill here to keep themselves alive. Alright, needs to build that mill. Uh-oh. Yeah, you see Rush starts that mill immediately. I think Indruis needs to click on that. There you go. Okay. Alright, the economy's starting to go down for both sides. I think this mill... Oh, I don't know. This actually might just be game for Rush. I don't think that mill will be up in time. Oh my... Yep, there it is. Yeah. Unfortunately, Indruis... I think Indruis would have been fine if they built that mill, like, immediately when they knocked out the main for Rush, you know, but they kind of delayed a little bit there, so losing a life.
I mean, Rush had the artillery on one of his mills anyway, so...
Yeah, it would have been hard to crack that, but maybe without Rush's army there. But let's see if Indruis can make it happen in the second round here. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, on the right-hand side, Rush. On the left-hand side, Indruis. And this looks more like a proper map here. So, big river, big lake in the middle, but other than that, it's not as cluttered and kind of tunnely. I think both sides are kind of okay with... I don't know. This map, I mean, both sides have a natural, at least, right? But a third base for either side is going to be a little awkward. Like, yeah, there's these mills down here in the south. I guess this mill at like the 8 o'clock for Indruis is pretty okay as a third. There's some scouting here in the early game. Same decks from both sides. They did have the opportunity to change it up, but I mean, yeah, again, I think this cam deck is pretty strong generally. Which one is the one that you get the turrets with? Let me see. Yeah, it was a snake, yeah. That's also pretty viable.
They're pretty rock, paper, scissors. I'd probably say the snake's the weakest. And I'd probably lean towards taking the ferret deck myself. Only slightly over the cam one, though.
The ferret deck would be a lot of fun. Alright, let's see if we get a little more macro heavy this game or what. Rush so far hasn't built a mill, but there it is right now. So few units coming out here for Rush, but this cabin in the middle gonna shut down any kind of I've got 2 Warrens, you've got 1 Warren. A little bit of advantage. So far, I like Indruis' build order a little bit better. I don't like these farms out here on the front. I think he could have put them behind his mill. But Rush is going to try to do something here. Losing Squirrel to the cabin. Let's see. Yeah, I think Indruis is fine. A little bit worried about that forward pig, but now the cam's out, so should be good. Alright, this is a bit scary for Indruis. Indruis actually hasn't been able to get over there and scout, but Rush has been leaning towards rushing this game, and here he goes. Gotta be careful. Oh, loses the commander right there at the front. That is not good, and Indruis is going to clean this up very easily. Good win here for Indruis. Really wants to save a life here if they can, and just going to go ahead and try to push for the win across the map.
Do they set this defendable campfires? Or is it still possible for only 2 to spawn on that setting?
That's a good question. I don't really have a way to check. I mean, there are 3, but yeah, it doesn't seem super plentiful. I think the maybe all the gristmill spawning kind of janked up the map RNG a little bit. And it was like, well, I don't really have spots for the campfires. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's still plentiful. Is this... These are some really defensive terrain maps. Which I'm wondering if that's just coincidence or if the plentiful campfires is doing that for some reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, trying to walk through the water up onto the high ground here is a bit rough, and Drew is still trying to push the issue. Ooh, actually pulls that chameleon back, but nice reveal from Rush, gonna target that down. I still think Indruis has enough here, though. Warrens are starting to fall, Pig has gone down, second Pig's going down. So, okay, I mean, it looks like Indruis will make it to stage 2 with 3 lives. Not bad. Could be better, could be worse, you know?
Yeah.
Indruis gonna pull back for the moment, but I mean, the advantage here for Indruis is just crazy. Already dealt enough damage. Double the farms, more than double the army. Indruis just needs to push in for one more big kick, and that should be it. QQ with the sub, thanks, man. How you doing? I can't get enough of the voice to chat to voice on the Tickle Bandits channel, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I have no idea how he can concentrate trying to play like Tooth and Tail or StarCraft with all that nonsense going off. All right, this should be it for Indruis here. Let's see him slam in here and finish this game up. I don't think Rush really has enough to do. Well, I mean, if Indruis is kind of mishandling the army here a little bit, retreating like that did give Rush a nice little start to that engagement, but still not going to be enough, I don't think. Yeah, and that's going to be it. Rush staying in to the last breath. Really determined to take one more life from Indruis.
Yeah, just wonderful seeing those cams stand 3 tiles away doing nothing.
Alright, Indruis, finish this one off here. There we go. The 2 pigs fighting valiantly. And that is it. Alright, so Indruis losing 1 life. and moving on. So, okay, I don't think Indruis has any stage 2 or stage 3 matches. So we will go to the next competitor down the list here is Zen, who has a stage. He does have a stage 2, no stage 3 though. So we'll check out Zen, stage 1 and stage 2, kicking things off here. Zenzej. Alright, got the scoreboard ready. Ready to hop into Zen game 1 here?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Zen is gonna rock the Mole Snake deck here. I do like the turrets that this offers. I think it was we saw in Meek's game 1 last week. Actually did the proxy turret rush, so that was pretty hilarious. And Rush, with a bit of unfortunate scouting, was not able to find Meek's main base in time to kind of confirm that something screwy was going on. So actually worked, which is pretty rare.
Yes, you should always fire farm against Meek.
And I think you might be right, Sasha. Like, 1 campfire on this map I do call shenanigans a little bit.
Yeah, I think they might have made a mistake on that one.
It might be plentiful mills or something. Here we go with the mole rush. Rush does see it, but gonna have to sell that farm. Sell the other one. Does get it pop on that one though, but
Yeah, and like this map looks different than that or two, right?
yeah, like you were talking about previously, the map gen getting a little bit wonky because of the campfires. So it's all good. The plentiful campfire is not the biggest deal in the world either way.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious about how it affects map gen.
So Zen actually thinking about pushing the issue here, not going up to 8 farms, 3 tier 1 Warrens, getting a half dozen squirrels together here, but Rush has enough units. I don't think this will do anything. Yeah, Zen's just gonna go home, farm up. I wouldn't hate to see Zen just kind of see if he can find an angle with these squirrels, you know? Like just pop down a pig or something. Don't want to overcommit, but yeah, Rush is ready for it, so. Actually gonna go for a trade here.
Rush could have had that if he had better focus fire, I think.
So.
I mean, like, I don't think Zen's stuck in this situation. Like, Rush can't tech in anything. Zen could just mass drills forever, then push the instant Rush tries to build cams or artillery or take a mill.
Yeah, and Rush's 8th farm was actually delayed there a little bit as well, just now getting going. So, I don't know, I guess a little bit of a lead here for Zen in the early game. Yeah, I guess so, right? Because he's already got a mill, he's already got a farm, they got similar amounts of squirrels, so Rush is going up to a second base. I guess we got to see now if the players are going to commit to tier 1 or try to go up to tier 2.
Zen has MGs, and he could be at like 16 farms right now. If he just sold into MGs, but...
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, just sell off some squirrels. Even if you rebuild the Warren like he just did, you know, get that $60 back, throw down a farm. I don't think Rush is going to be attacking anytime soon.
Yeah, Zen's playing ridiculously, like, turtly. I guess now he's playing aggressive since he's going that many squirrels, so he's probably just going to end up pushing.
Yeah, 24 squirrels is a lot at this phase, and probably going to be happy to see Rush building up some farms. That's going to signal to Zen that he does have that army advantage he's looking for. And yeah, Rush will have the chameleons, but I mean, when you have enough squirrels, like 1 or 2 chameleons can get, you know, one shot down pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is over for Rush.
Alright, as I was saying before, though, this is a big win for Zen if he can pull it off. Even going to back it up with some moles here. You do want to go into stage 2 with full lives. Don't want to be dropping any lives this early if you don't have to. And yeah, another big part of this mass tier 1 style being so effective is that you just have so many Warrens. So you're rebuilding units so quickly. I think Zen needs to get a little bit better on the angling here and go for those pigs. But instead, actually just going to target down this mill with the moles. Helps to knock it down pretty quickly, though. But yeah, Zen definitely doesn't mess around. We shouldn't see him try to retreat or anything. You know, smell blood in the water, get in there and finish the game up. So nice victory here for Zen. We won't see Rush tapping out early, though, that's for sure. It's that constant trickle of squirrels. I mean, so many Warrens to just produce out of.
Wow, I see Fairway back. I mean, I guess he's selling
Yes.
on flat block, but like, just kill the mill.
Yeah. Selling down 1 or 2. Oh, that mill is so low, too, yeah. I mean, I would just walk in with the squirrels and then target fire the mill with the moles, right?
Like, his army probably had like what, 25 DPS at least against like a 70 health mill.
They just target the mill with the moles.
Okay, now here we go.
Alright, there we go. Alright, good victory here for Zen. Gonna take stage number 1 without losing any lives. So let's go into stage 2 for Zen next. Let's finish the Zen saga here. And stage 2 is gonna be up against Gorus. And this is the one with the extra large map. And if you get 1,000 food, you just leave the game and you win. So curious to see, I'm always curious when we have these kinds of mechanics, like if the players go for it or if they just kind of ignore it and play a regular game, but let's find out. You ready to hop into stage 2 for Zen?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, in the bottom left we have Gorus, and over on the right we've got Zen, and I do know, and also there were bans. Each player could ban 1 unit. Gorus banned Owl, and Zen banned Squirrels, so a non-squirrel game. And both players adding in that Toad, knowing obviously that the opponent will have lizards here. This is a really awkward natural for Zen. I mean, actually, maybe it looks better. Was that a pocket? No, not quite. If you look in, like, the 5 o'clock position, there is a route, even with road here, that Gorus could sneak some lizards through. 6 farm, Warren from Zen as well. But I don't know. I mean, having that natural spread out in a match where you know that there's going to be lizards is a bit tough.
I'm kind of shocked neither took mines or wire.
Yeah, mines would have been great for sure.
Like, the extra lizard speed doesn't matter because it's an extra large map. You have to wait for the toads. Like,
True.
you basically don't have Swift then.
Zen gonna...
Like, you can unironically just go mass lizard here and defend with structures because, like, there's so much room to move around. You can just avoid any toad lizard army. And if the lizards separate from the toads, just kill the lizards.
Just go mass toads and deny lizards from the opponent and get to that 1,000 food, right?
Yeah, that could work too, but...
Hey, Zen is known for being the mad lad who likes to crash toads into mills, so doubt we'll see it this game, but that's always super entertaining. Is it competitive? No, but is it awesome? Yes.
Also, in a match about saving money, like taking toads
Yeah.
and you can't sell the toad warren is kind of gonna make that not possible,
Right.
depending on the situation.
That's very true. And yeah, that turned out to be the bigger factor last time. I'm glad you brought that up. The fact that you can't sell warrants is massive, like especially for tier 3 and stuff. Gorus going for a backstab and just kind of coming in at the perfect time. Poor Sin just started moving out. A bunch of the toads just blew up on like 1 reinforcing lizard. Oh my gosh, Gorus. Gorus just winning the game out of nowhere. Man, that was like a second that Zen was too far out of position, you know? Like right when Zen starts moving out, Gorus comes in and just annihilates, gets so much bacon.
Yeah, Gorus could have killed another pig. Maybe like 2 more lizards, but oh well, did plenty of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty much game-ending damage, so I think this move makes sense from Zen. Like, he's got a pretty okay army right now. Maybe if he gets some Miracle Toad connections, he can return the favor, but this is rough.
But like, look, he had to wait for the toads, and during that first little thing, like, he also had to wait for the toads. Like, taking toads on an extra large map is...
Oh, man. Toads Magodes. That should be it. Zen not gonna tap. Again, I mean, every life is so important here, but... okay, I thought for a second. Every time I see Hopper stop for a second, I'm like, oh, there's the tap.
I mean, Jin is saying leave the toads home for a base race, which definitely is a thing you can do, but there's a lot of you can use other units for that too. So
All right,
I
Zen.
don't like the toad figure.
Zen, a believer. There we go. I was gonna say, I know I like to do the caster hype, right? Like when I know the game's over, but you know, try to hype it up. But that was beyond any sort of caster hype there. All right. So 3 lives left for Zen. Keep in mind you can only lose 2 lives per stage. So if Zen loses again here, he just kind of auto advances to the next stage with 2 lives left. But let's see if Zen can retain a life. Are you ready, Sasha?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, same bands as last time. Bottom right Zen, top left Gorus. And another nice and big map. Huh.
Zen has a really safe second mill.
Yeah. I mean, Gorus can wiggle all the way around, like through the 1 and 2 o'clock, but that's kind of I think the other mill was a worse position because it was a more direct route from Gorus's main, right, to harass that mill.
I guess Gorus has a safe second mill here too, since there's no back door.
True.
It's kind of like that. This one big choke with a water high terrain road right there
Yeah.
in the way up north. So
Some early Warrens going down, but that's becoming a little more and more standard, isn't it, Sasha? Like, since getting 5-farm Lizard Rush, I mean, with lizards the way they are at the moment, it's a pretty big threat, so... Even coming in with a mole.
it's a very clever rally from Sinsesh.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh, why is he throwing
No,
away
no,
the
sell
Warren?
the Warren.
Why?
Uh-oh. Zen, no!
What? Oh, he's
Trying to do it again. No.
Zen is extremely overthinking this right now.
Fool me. That was a fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me situation. And that stinks. I mean, Zen killing the farm. I mean, that was huge, but Gorus actually getting that mill and getting all those moles, I mean, now it's kind of advantage Gorus here.
Oh yeah, they said in chat you can't sell the mole.
Oh,
so
yeah!
Why would you mole rush?
I
You
always
can't sell the Warren.
forget about that. Well, Meek did that. Last week, Meek did a mole rush and just won the game, right? Because you're supposed to sell your farms against the mole rush, but you can't do it.
Oh yeah, you can't sell your farms either. That's
Yeah. So I think
still,
Zen...
like, if you lose the Warren in 2 moles, that's like,
Yeah, I think Zen tried to do what we saw Meek do last time, but didn't quite work out as well.
I guess Zen was thinking he would get 2 farm kills with the mole, but Gorus spotted it, so.
I always forget you can't sell stuff. That's the bigger rule here. It definitely is. So both players, I mean, Zen's a little bit behind from the early game, but not down and out just yet. Gorus is going to take this 12 o'clock. And yeah, I mean, nice water surrounding it here, so not too bad. Let's see, Zen's looking for the expansion as well. Not quite yet. Ooh, Gorus is moving out.
I feel like,
Let's see these toad connections. Zen trying to run the lizards away, but not quite working. Gonna clean it up, but what, lost at least a Warren there.
was it like 1 or 2 Warrens?
Yeah, it might have been 2. It was definitely 1 at least.
I wish we had a Warren graph.
Yeah.
Oh, Singe doesn't have any toads now. Yeah, so he lost 2 Warrens.
They're gonna pull back, get those toads up and running again. Gorus floating a lot, gonna throw that down into getting that 16 farms, or at least close enough. And as we saw last week, if you are up to 16 farms, if you just hold out for a minute, you get to that 1,000 food.
Is doing a thing though, and Gorus is not seeing
Oh, this is gonna be huge. I mean,
oh, that was.
Oh, look
Like
at that.
Gorus was like 500 feet ahead. Oh, just kill the mill too. Oh, I guess he's worried about the base race.
Yeah, he's worried about the counterattack.
The toads are there. I don't know.
Does have some toads. But I don't think the toads are strong. Well, maybe if all the toads were together, because those toads did some work. But... Oh, he's just going for the mill! Oh, this game is insane. Gore's taps! That was a fun one.
Yeah, like, if he just took the other mill, that wouldn't have happened. The one to the west.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking he was going to take, too. It was a little bit easier for Zen to kind of have two routes of attack when that's your second base. Okay, so no stage 3 for Zen. So let's move on to the next challenger, Tatanka.
I think someone didn't do the replays right, but...
Oh, you saw... Yeah, so there's a typo. Make sure you click the right one.
Oh.
You see why it shows number 2 first. So yeah, make sure you just hit Tatanka 1. And we are going back to Rush on stage 1. Alright. That was a fun match. I like that one. Alright, you ready for Tatanka game 1 here?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, Strawberry in the chat. What's up, man? You should hop on and cast with me sometime, dude. Like the old days. It'd be fun. At the bottom, we got Tatanka. One of the strongest Tooth and Tail players at the moment. And up top, Rush. And the Ferret deck. Ferret Balloon Wire. You're saying this is the one you kind of like the best, right, Sasha?
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, like, neither the other two decks can actually push into Tatanka's deck if it's set up. But the Ferrets give ability to push into the other two decks.
Yeah, Balloons would be very powerful against either the Cams or the Snakes. And then you have the Barbed Wire to help you against the Squirrels.
I don't know, like, Skrill Cam is just gonna kill Skrill early, so... If Tatanka's deck gets set up, I like it the most.
Yeah, Strawberry. We're playing one of Gentleman's weird tournaments, so we have a bunch of weird rules. For this stage, the players had to choose between one of 3 4-unit decks. So this one's not super crazy, but we'll see how it goes. These cabins in the middle are actually doing something this time around. You know, a couple of cabins right here for Tatanka should make him feel pretty safe to macro up. So yeah, we're just going to have to let this one brew for a little bit. I think the spawns for both players are fine, right? I mean, Rush has a nice little 3 bases up here, even a 4th. That's a little bit more exposed. Tatanka's got a nice 3 bases here. Some cabins in the middle that are going to dissuade either player from getting too crazy on the aggression early on. Hope to see some good Ferret action. And even with these cabins in the middle here, Tatanka takes those, you know, could get some pretty nice middle of the map barbed wire balloon shenaniganery. So nothing just yet really, both sides kind of playing middle of the road, building some warrens, building some farms. Nobody's really committing too much to either yet. I feel like when Tatanka scouts the second, though, sees Rush has a handful of farms, might get him to go ahead and just go right up to 16. Let's see.
For sure.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, so Rush really needs to follow suit here, or is going to start getting behind. Definitely after the scout. Should be going right up. Ooh, yeah, sees it. Okay. Alright, Tatanka. I want to see Tatanka build like 10 ferrets. Like, just sell all the squirrels. Build nothing but ferrets. Come on. Let's have some fun here. This is a fun event. I mean, it is kind of competitive, but it's mostly a fun event. No Tatanka's going for the Chad squirrels, unfortunately.
Well, actually, it looks like he is setting up a balloon, which is honestly really weird.
Yeah, that's a weird spot. I think he'd take this cabin out, right? And then extend the boundary, kind of get it out a little bit further.
I mean, he has a huge army advantage. I think he could just end the game probably. But if he doesn't want to do a siege, I'd take one of the mills. Like, since he has an army advantage. So I could just build a mill and build a balloon there.
What I'd like to see out of Tatanka is, now that he's a little bit fortified, go up to 24 farms, and then sell all the squirrels, build nothing but ferrets. Come on.
Yeah, like, he needs a 4 balloon so he can kill all these exposed warrens next to the cliff. Like, ferrets will just eat those up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. And that would be a really big pain for the squirrels to get around and get in the right spot to return fire. Okay, Tatanka going up. Alright, now he's just got to sell all his squirrels, and he'll make my day. I don't think it'll happen, but I can dream. Lots of wire here. Oh my gosh. I don't think Rush has had a good scout lately, though, unfortunately. And in his defense, it is starting to get pretty hard to get in there. He is running this time. Needs to see the... Okay. Alright, that was very good for Rush. At least sees how greedy Tatanka's being. So Rush can start trying to get that economy up too.
I don't think there's anything I like more in this game than the mass of board water. I mean, Rush can take this fight, and wire counters. I mean, pigeons counter wire too. So
yeah.
Why is he backing off? He's behind on Nico.
I think he's scared just the massive amount of squirrels here from Tatanka. But this is just gonna get more and more ugly, right? Like, Tatanka's just gonna keep creeping. More wire, more balloon up. Fine, alright, now we're starting to see some ferrets. Okay. Alright, Rush moving in. That's a lot of chameleons here. Oh no, in these balloons! Oh my gosh.
That was a atrocious fight.
That did not go as Rush planned. Yeah, one thing too that's nice about the balloons, for anybody who isn't aware, so the ferrets can shoot farther than they can see, so having the balloons helps give them a little bit of extra vision.
Honestly, with the cam deck, I think what you want to do, if the map allows for it, is go like Skrill Artie, the defend, and go try to snipe a mill or something with the cam pop. Like, what if Rush had like double artillery mass Skrill on his third mill? Then he like went to Tatanka's third mill with like 8 cams and just killed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the correct way to think about it, but against something like Tatanka's deck, I think the right answer is to just not let this happen in the first place, you know? Like, once you get that much wire and balloons up, it's kind of rough any way you shake it. But I don't, you know, the players don't know what they're going up against until they see that differentiating unit. I mean, every deck's got squirrels in it. Look at this army from Tatanka. Tatanka will be pleased. I mean, it looks like he'll be hopping into stage number 2 with full lives here. Rush, not a lot left. But Rush does not have the surrender button in his menu. Never surrenders. Harnesses his inner Buzz Lightyear. Alright, Tatanka just gonna shell these mills down. It's always fun to see 8 ferrets in a game. I'm a bit disappointed by the quantity of squirrels, but there you have it, Tatanka. Some balloon wire ferret style. Knocking it on down. Tatanka does have a stage 2, so let's go into this one next. And stage 2, again, is if you get to 1,000 food, you win. You can't sell. That's basically the big things. And it's an extra large map. Oh yeah, and there's bans. Gorus, bans the Owl, Tatanka. I am not sure on what Tatanka banned here, but at the very least we will not be seeing owls. So you ready for Tatanka stage 2 here?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Cool, Boar Fox out from Gorus over here on the left. Right hand side, or I'm sorry, the bottom we've got Tatanka. This is a proper extra large map here. I think maybe sometimes players aren't setting the maps right. What do you think, Sasha? Like, this is an extra large map, you know?
Yeah.
I think those maps we saw from the previous game was Sen. I mean, they were big, but I mean, this is huge. Surprisingly, 5-farm lizard on such a big map.
Well, I mean, it's probably to stop moles.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't sell anything.
I guess, like, if you can't build your farms in order where you don't have more than one exposed at a time, you have to stop the moles, I guess. Well, actually, I don't think you do. Because if the opponent can't sell the mole warren, can't you just let the moles spawn forever and, like, kill them instead of killing the warren itself?
Oh, yeah. That's the big brain play. That's hilarious.
I'm surprised no one's done that, actually.
That's a good way to just abuse a mole rusher super hard. That's funny.
Yeah, you don't even need to kill the moles, just let the moles keep spawning. Tatanka lost the lizard to the cabin, that's unfortunate.
Ooh. Oh, Gora said Tatanka banned ferrets. Just FYI for everybody, so ferrets and owls were banned. So this is a super weird map. It's going to be hard for Tatanka to... I mean, I guess not, but just an awkward natural. I mean, he can take the one directly north of his base, I suppose, but a little bit spread out. Gora's getting into some skunks. No second mill just yet from either side. I mean, 16 farms, turrets. Wait a minute, win, right?
Yeah.
Gora's coming in for a scout. Not too much to really see here. Tatanka hasn't really made that next decision. Actually comes in and does see a couple more tier 1 warrens get thrown down, so that is a little bit of useful information. You can kind of deduce that there is no second base just yet. You know, there's no tier 2 by the amount of money Tatanka spent. Tatanka might be going for a little bit of a sneaky mill placement here.
Like, I don't...
Double skunk.
4 skunks on an extra large map when you can't sell is like...
Yeah, you're really committed to that.
Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose 4 skunks probably in a fight. Then you're gonna have to wait 40 seconds, and in the meantime you're just gonna die to a blob squizzard while you're waiting for the skunks to rebuild.
Yeah, and especially because you can't even sell down your tier 1 or anything, you know, so your skunks can get blocked by your tier 1 production, then those warrens are just sitting there doing nothing.
Like, he's gonna have to really focus on keeping his tier 2 alive.
Very diligent scouting here from Gorus. Does find the secret base from Tatanka. And let's see how Gorus wants to respond. Gorus now knows that they're down a little bit in eco. Has a nice army here, though. I mean, 4 skunks. It's a lot of HP to grind through. Lots of gas clouds hitting the field pretty quick. So let's see if Gorus can maybe find a nice choke point here or something to take a fight in.
It's not gonna work even if he wins the fight. Like, an extra large map of like tier 1 reproduction, like, it doesn't matter.
Turret being thrown down here from Tatanka. Tatanka also trying to get into some snakes, but let's see it. Gorus knocking on the front door. That turret is up. Oh man, Tatanka getting some nice surface area here with the lizards. And these skunks holding strong so far. But yeah, I mean, as you were saying, that's a lot of tier 1 Warrens. Let's see if that's enough reinforcements.
Now the snakes out. Like, the MGs is killing off a bunch of skrills.
Overall, that was a pretty good fight for Gorus, though. Keeps all the skunks alive. Trades pretty effectively. I don't know if I like him staying out here like this, though. I think you just kind of take your winnings and leave the casino.
He should have probably put his army in a choke, maybe. He should have put his army in a choke after that fight and try to send lizards after Tataka's second kill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Gorus should have backed off after the first phase of the fight where he killed Tataka's army. Then he backs up, and then he uses his lizards to kill Tataka's second mill.
Right.
He shouldn't have overextended.
Because there would have been that window there where Tataka's kind of hunkered down, like thinking, you know, oh, is the second wave going to come in?
Yeah, and he's just rebuilding in the meantime anyway, so.
Gorus should be able to get this second base, though.
Yeah, now he's going to do it.
That's enough lizards. DPS is down faster than Tataka's units will be able to get over, but does he lose the lizards here for his hubris? Looks like it, but it's worth, but the tempo is really in Tataka's favor right now, right? Like, I mean, I would have traded those lizards to deny that economy, but now Tataka has a bit of a window while those lizards are rebuilding. And he can't sell, which as the economies kind of go down the drain, nobody really established a strong second base here. This is going to get painful. Ooh, nice pickup.
Such a good fight, of course. Look at this terrain. Holy shit.
Yeah, one snake going down already, trying to get the second snake.
Oh, he needs to be careful. He needs to take the, like, Tataka's could just wrap all the way around, I think, but looks,
Good targeting from Tataka, but Gorus is gonna win the battle.
yeah, that was...
You can't sell that turret! Can't sell anything! All the red!
really well played from Gorus.
And this is another funny scenario we hadn't seen yet on this stage either. Like, because normally we see everyone just pump up to 16 farms, but this game that didn't happen, and you know, now we're in a scrappy tooth and tail match. That's it. Tataka taps.
He can't sell, so he just surrenders. He only has one farm.
Yeah, how
he can't build any more units or anything.
Yeah, you can't support, you know, 6 or 7 tier 1 Warrens on one farm. So there we go.
He can't build any more farms. So
Gorus knocking a life off Tataka. Let's see if he can do it again. You ready to hop into match 2 here? Let me find it again. Stage 2.
Gorus, new top premiere.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. In the bottom, we've got Tatanka, and up top, Gorus. Ferrets this game. This is a map. It's pretty. I like the red trees.
I'm gonna guess that Tatanka banned skunks.
Yeah, Tatanka must have changed up the ban here, because Gorus told me Tatanka banned ferrets in the first game, and obviously both players have ferrets here. Oh, you're right. Gorus just said in the chat that Tatanka did ban skunk. Oh no, Tatanka with the mole rush! Let's see if Gorus has a wrinkly enough brain to think of what you did, Sasha, and just keep this mole warren alive and farm it.
I don't.
Ooh. You can't sell it? Okay, what's the next move? Oh my gosh.
I mean, Tatanka's gonna have trouble going around though, so I'm not super worried.
Yeah. Gorus does need to get a warrant. Oh, okay, Gorus does have a warrant. I didn't see it there for a second.
Yeah, like... Is Tatanka gonna lose this game? I hope they got... Okay, didn't kill the pig. Okay, get this girl out, come on. Okay,
Alright, Gorus. Yeah, don't kill the warrants. Just farm the moles, yeah. Come on, Gorus. Let's see if he figures it out. That's super slick if he does. No, don't kill it! Don't kill it!
Gorus, goddammit!
No, he does, no.
Oh well.
Still got some value.
Really far ahead. Not killing that mole kind of triggered me about.
Couple moles gonna run for their lives here, make it back home. But that Yeah, now we're giving them ideas though. Now people know. From the big brain of Sasha, you know, just farm that mole, just farm the production from that mole warren. Don't kill it. Gentlemen in chat worried Tatanka's gonna get 2-0'd here. Let's find out. This is not a good start for Tatanka.
Yeah, but there's still room.
Yeah. Game's not over. He's got a little bit of a bloody nose, but not down and out for the count yet. Got an okay natural here. Both players, I think, are fine with their naturals. Oh, look at the pathing on the mini-map. This is super awkward to actually attack into Gorys's base. Like, any way you slice it. You can either go the route that Tatanka just walked through, or you can go all the way around to the west side and kind of sneak in the back door. But either way, I mean, the map geography here seems really advantageous for Gorys. Tatanka going into a bunch of Squizzard. No second base just yet.
Yeah, if Gorys moves out, he could just die to a base race, which makes attacking complicated for him.
Yeah, there are like two very dynamic routes here on the map. So there definitely is this risk of like you move out one way, and at the same exact time your opponent's moving in the other. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword.
Gorys is gonna go for the 1,000 food win right here. That'd be really funny.
Let's see if Tatanka
just forgets.
Yeah, let's see if Tatanka realizes that Gorys is going for it. 600 food already almost. And here comes Tatanka. Okay, Tatanka moving into attack. He's at least gonna trade some food. Oh no, but he feigned. Uh-oh.
This is gonna be hilarious if it just works. Wait, so it's 8 food every 10 seconds. It's 80 food every 10 seconds. I'm bad at math.
Yeah, pig's 1 food a second, right?
Well, it's 200. Like he needs 30 seconds and he wins. It's gonna take what? 15 seconds to get 10 seconds to get across the map. God, this is hilarious. Gorys is actually.
Gorys is gonna do it.
Holy shit. Okay, Tatanka has to realize by now that something that's too late though.
Yeah, even if he did realize, what is he gonna do?
Okay, now he realizes. I think.
Oh my gosh, Gorys with the 2-0. Here it is. Let's see him tap. GG, nerd. That's it.
Holy shit. I need to make a meme video on that. Holy shit. Just super upset.
That is hilarious. Good job by Gorys. Hey, let's take a quick 2-minute. I gotta grab a drink. We'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, I am back. Are you there, Sasha?
Yep.
Alright, where are we at? We're on Tosh now. Those were some fun games. Let's see what Tosh is going to bring to the table. Going back to Rush. Stage 1. Rush. Boss number 1. run here. Okay. Everything seems good. All right, Tosh time. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, in the bottom we got Rush. Up top, Big Pimpin' Tosh with the moles and the snakes. So you can actually sell the moles this game.
Yes.
All right.
This map looks so tiny.
Yeah, I know.
This is weird.
We're like desensitized now. We're all messed up from looking at those extra large maps. And Tosh will go for the mole rush. Also does look like Plentiful Campfires was triggered on here, so that's good. Nice little mole rushing spot. Rush. Oh no! That's like the worst spot for that Warren, brother.
This is a mulligan auto attack?
Yeah, I was gonna.
I don't know.
I wanted to check.
Oh, Tosh blocked the mole. Why?
Just had to get that extra farm out. All right, there it is.
Yeah,
Gonna come in.
Blocked his skrill. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe go for the farm, but I guess you do want to deny getting that squirrel out. No, Rush! Didn't sell the farm. This is huge.
Okay, and Tosh should sell the moles and just go back home.
Oh, he's doubling down here. He's gonna get that other squirrel Warren. He's gonna go for a full 3. No, or Tosh is playing dirty.
Okay, it's gonna work here since Rush is like not doing the best Warren placement, but generally speaking, you like never want to double down.
Yeah,
Create farm aggression.
I definitely agree. Rush kind of goofed by putting those Warrens in the back there. I mean, the first time around, it's like fine, you know, it happens. But those second Warrens should have been away from the moles. All right, Tosh gonna follow up with the turrets. Let's go. I mean, 6 moles. Now this is nothing to laugh at. All right.
Kill the mill.
Oh, you're just going for the mill. Does he have enough DPS?
I don't. Yes.
Ooh, it's gonna,
Yeah, funny.
Yep, that's it. GG. This is some fun games today. I'm pleased on how this is turning out. Do we have any more Tosh, or is that it for Tosh? That looks like that's it for Tosh.
Like
All right, so Tosh rocking and rolling here onto the scene, just giving us a little bit there. He just plants the bomb and puts his sunglasses on, walks away, you know, flicks his cigarette, and then it creates the explosion, doesn't even look. We got Meek on stage 2. Didn't we see Meek stage 2 already?
I don't remember.
Let me check the standings. I feel like Meek already played stage 2. Yeah. Yeah, we have seen. Yeah, we saw stage 2 last time because that was where Goris could not sell the farms, and then I was. Yeah, no, it's all good, gentlemen. Yeah, okay. So Meek is on stage 3. Meek is still on max lives. Has not lost lost a beat yet. Okay, so this one is a new one. This was a little bit. I guess this is the first time we saw Boss 3. We're going to see Boss 3. I'll do my best to explain how this works. It was a little bit of a mini game here with the banning. So, each player, before the tournament started, they decided if they wanted to ban 1, 2, or 3 lots for the boss. And then all the players cast how many they want to ban. And then there's a most popular option, a second most popular, and a least popular option, right? How this ended up going is most players decided that they wanted to ban 3 lots, and a lot is a group of these 2 units. The second most popular option was 2, and 1 was the least popular option. So what that, and the popularity of the options determines how many lots that Kalaru gets to ban for each one. So if a player chose 3, then Kalaru gets 5. If a player chose 2, Kalaru gets 2. If a player chooses 1, Kalaru gets 0. And where this could have been spicy is if a lot of players decided that they only wanted 1 ban, then Kalaru would have got 5 bans against 1. But most players did choose to ban 3. And so that is where we're at. And so this is going to be very restricted. I think other than that, it's just a straight up game. I don't think there's any other weird parameters here. So for Meek, Meek decided he only wanted one. He only wanted one ban, and Meek decided to ban Lot C, which is Toads and Mines, which means Kalaru gets no bans at all. And the bans are not symmetrical. So that means that Meek can use Toad and Mines, and Kalaru cannot. It's a bit confusing, but it was a cool... It's a cool little system once you understand how it's working. So basically, after that whole preamble, it all boils down to Kalaru cannot use Toads and Mines this game. Are you ready to hop into stage 3 for Meek?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. So we got Ghost in the chat. Good to see you, dude. Old school. In the bottom, we got Goris. Up top, we got Meek. That's what's fun about Tooth and Tail. I mean, people kind of come and go, but just seeing like Strawberry and Ghost in the chat, I mean, they've been hanging out since 2017, so that's really really cool to see him popping in. Wait, Meek versus Goris. Hang on. I did not choose the right thing.
Yeah.
Wait. Did that happen to you too? Stage 3.
Yeah, no, that's named wrong. It's just stage 3, but it's...
Gentlemen, let's try popping open stage 2. Maybe it's just mislabeled. Okay, it is stage 2. So stage 2 replay is actually a stage 3 game. I just booted it up.
How do you open it?
I booted it up and paused it. So I just unpaused it. I'm at 5 seconds right now, so I'll fast forward a little bit. I'm at like 10. Alright, we got Kalaru on the left, Meek on the right. Meek is using the Toads. Kalaru, mine, and Toads were banned. So that's pretty much it. But Kalaru, speaking of old school 2017 stuff, Kalaru using what looked like a meta deck way back then with Ferret, Falcon kind of being the go-to tier 2 choices. Meek rocking the Fox, Balloon, Ferret. So we could see some fun CG kind of games here. Yeah, just gotta let this one play out. Actually, this is probably the shortest rush distance we've seen today.
Oh, probably.
And these are dangerously close rush distances here, where you can really abuse your opponent just being slightly too greedy. And Meek and Kalaru are both good enough players to kind of be doing that mental math and keeping track how much money is where. And I have a few extra tier 1 warrens than you do because you're trying to get into tier 2 or some farms or something I can push in. So let's see if Meek actually just selling that warren to refund the units to throw down some more warrens. So triple tier 1 coming out of Meek here. Kalaru trying to get into chameleons. That's a risky... okay, nice. Well, what? Okay.
Anything else? You saw on his graph the other day. He said early cams count on lizards. I guess we're...
Well, I saw the, like...
see how that pans out.
He, like, sold... That's such a weird bluff. Like, he sold the tier 2 after Meek left, and then just built it again. Maybe he just decided to put it on a safer spot? I don't know. Kalaru...
Meek can just go in right now.
Yeah, Kalaru trying to get ready for the tidal wave of lizards, but here it is.
What?
Kalaru taking some losses. Does have the chameleons out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And Meek actually getting this balloon up.
Yeah, Meek, like... You should have just went, like, mass lizard. But I think he's still going to be fine, but I think... Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, this is a rough spot for Kalaru, losing those farms, even selling that turret when it wasn't full HP, not getting the full refund on that.
Well, actually, if Meek doesn't build more lizards, he could still lose.
Yeah, a lot of squirrels coming out of Kalaru at the moment. This balloon is going to make it a lot more difficult for the cams. Unless these lizards are out of position. I mean, squirrels could just kind of walk up and kill that balloon, but...
No, Meek's... The balloon has vision. Meek could respawn.
Oh, yeah.
Solid
Yeah,
attack
very,
line.
very true. Yeah, Clara's worried. Throw down another turret. So Meek currently...
Yeah, it looks like he's getting ready for a base race, but that's not gonna work.
Claro knows about the balloon, doesn't he? Yes. He thinks he's being sneaky. Well, at least he's gonna take the fight outside of the balloon, but these cams weren't in the fight at all. Meek is just gonna dominate here. Yeah, Claro really wanted that base race, as you were saying, even throwing that mill up there.
How's that possible? I thought early cams countered lizards. What happened there?
Well, that engagement was pretty rough for Claro. The cams weren't even in the fight, since he was up top in the mill. Let's see, Claro was kind of taking a couple black eyes here. This is going from bad to worse. I mean, that first lizard attack was kind of point Meek. That second wraparound attack from Claro, another point for Meek, so Claro's going to have to do something crazy here. And Meek just seems like he's
behind.
Yeah, Meek's in a very, very good position this game. Claro's going to try it again, but this balloon given vision, I mean, he thinks he's being sneaky. You know, he's like the little kid playing hide and seek behind the curtains, but you can see the feet sticking out. And that time around, a little bit better for Claro, I guess. I mean, most of the armies actually did trade, but even still, I mean, Meek is on a better economy.
I think what he should have done, maybe after the first fight, I don't know if he has enough food, but even before both those fights, if he went 4 cam in Master 1, so he goes around the map with 4 cams and starts hitting Meek's first mill. Then when Meek respawns, he rallies all his skrills and those kill the balloon and second mill in the Warrens there.
Right. Yeah, that would have been really cool to see. Can Claro find... Well, I guess one thing Claro's got going for him is Meek is not aware of the ninja base in the 12 o'clock. It's not really super saturated at the moment. But it's something, giving Claro some hopes and dreams in this game. Double balloon.
That balloon?
Yeah.
That balloon, see a farm.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Let's see if this balloon will give Meek the vision up there. The suspense is killing me. Oh, that one probably will. Oh. No, not quite. I think Meek is just kind of dunking now, though. 3 balloons.
Yeah. That, wait.
This one...
That third balloon might be able to see the mill.
Yep. Okay, it does see the farm.
I can see the pig, so... GG.
Here comes this poor ferret, doing what it can. Yeah, I mean, all these balloons are just like the hard counter to these tier 2 units. Now Meek can pretty much move up here, kill this mill, and not really even worry about Claro counterattacking, because he's just got this tier 2 that's gonna die to these balloons anyways. And that's it, Meek! Going into stage number 4, undefeated. On fire so far. I think he's our only undefeated player at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. Okay, what do we got left here? Okay, Urban Olive. Urbane Olive, stage 2. And then we got Evil Murloc, stage 3. Then we got a couple stage 3s to get through. Alright. So, yeah, let's get into the Olive. You know, this stage 2 has actually been pretty fun. I've been enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, it's... If I had to rate the stages and how much I like them, it's probably... Or a tier list, I guess. QQ and Gorses are definitely, like, best tier.
Let's see how many, lives Olive is at. He's at 3, okay. Alright, let's get into it. Stage 2 for the Olive. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, what we got here in the left-hand side, the Olive. On the right-hand side, Gorus. Now we're back on the extra large map. Biscuit and Melvin also went undefeated in the first 2 stages. Thank you, Gent. That's right. Yeah, Biscuit had some good games. Let me see. Goris's ban is always Owl. I don't know what Olive decided to ban here. Maybe ferrets. We don't see any ferrets.
So urbane means courteous and refined in manner. So today I learned.
That's a new one.
I'll be honest, I like Google definitions of words so often.
That's the way you learn.
Yeah, but even ones I'm not sure about, I just end up Googling anyway to make sure.
Well, some pretty 8 Fire Morans, but mostly for defensive purposes. This back natural for Olive is okay. A little bit of awkward ramping, getting to it from the main. Goris's spawn looks good. Got a nice easy natural there. I think a 3rd base would be easier for Olive if we get there. But these matches generally haven't gotten that crazy. I mean, if you've got that 2 base economy and you're comfortable, then you just kind of hang out for a minute and win the game. It's either that or we see super aggressive matches where, you know, it's just like more of a regular tooth and tail match and both players are at each other's throats. And Goris going to go for the 4 o'clock, actually, so maybe going to try to send some mixed signals to Olive. Olive, a newer player, so might not be as on the nose with kind of being able to identify, you know, 120 food is missing from the base of the enemy. Stuff like that.
Well, I'm curious, would it be worth it to put warns in front to lose them when the enemy counterattacks after, say, a trade, maybe?
Ooh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Because if you can't sell down, then all those warns that aren't doing anything basically also don't exist, so...
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Huh, I'm not so sure. I mean, really you're not much better off losing the Warren, I guess, than you are with it sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, but if you can get the right things to build.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Better things to build. But, like, you'd have to have, like, a very specific plan to do that, but...
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, your Tier 1 Warrens are just blocking your Tier 2 from ever building, because you have so many of them. But let's see, Goris sneaking up to 16, maybe. Sweet 16. Again, you know, Olive is newer. I think they're playing pretty well so far. But I'm not sure if Olive kind of has enough game sense and experience to go in and scout that from Goris and say, hey, you've got food missing.
When in doubt, count the warns.
And Goris is all the way up to 16. Even taking that 2nd base there. Some mines coming out from Olive. I'm scared. Does Goris just chill? This is the moment. Gonna come in. Okay. Hemorrhages off some lizards there, but pretty even with the mines. What if Olive is going for the 1,000 food too, but doesn't realize Goris has a stronger economy? I think that's just what's going to happen here, and Goris is about to win.
Yeah, Goris is going to get it in,
like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is it. It's hard to explain how I feel about this set of rules for this stage, you know? Like, it must be really awkward to play this stage, but it sure is fun to watch. I mean, in kind of a roundabout way. Like, I want to just watch a bunch of these stage 2s back to back and just see how it works. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Goris is just going to tap out here in a second and win the game. He got up to the 1,000 food.
I think 1,000 food might be too little for an extra large map.
Yeah,
maybe even in general, honestly.
Maybe if it was like 1,500 or something, I'm not sure. It's a cool new rule, but I definitely think it needs a little bit of refining.
Yeah, they just nerfed that food limit.
But that's what's fun about these 2021 tournaments is gentlemen can always kind of take some notes for next time. But all right, so Goris gonna get that food win here, but that is not it for the Olive. Let's see if Olive can make it happen this next one. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, on the right-hand side, we've got the Olive. Up top, we've got Goris. And again, I think that last one really just came down to Olive not kind of aware of the missing food when they went in for the scouts. They weren't quite thinking about that yet and didn't realize, you know, Goris had a base somewhere.
I don't suppose there's an easy way to have both players see what the food is.
That would be a cool element if we could make that happen.
I mean, I guess you could use like a third-party thing to do it somehow if you really wanted to.
Just gotta have somebody spectating the live match and yelling at the players the entire time, giving them vocal updates on the food. Oh, that'd be so annoying.
Saying don't reuse it. What? Like the stage rolls are like more interesting than 90% other stages, in my opinion. I love the idea. It really makes you think.
Yeah.
Just in this case, the food's a little too low, I think.
Alright, well, let's see. Goris, quick expansion. This is kind of what I'd expect more to see on these extra large maps, you know. Just go right into that second base. You're not super at risk of getting rushed.
I really want to see the stage 5 reused though.
Which one's the stage 5?
The FFA one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be cool. I'm curious how much the AI is really gonna come into it, or there might just be like awkward things where the AI, I don't know, gangs up on QQ or something, you know. It could make for some.
Theoretically, it has to go for each player first, even though the map's kind of wonky in some aspects.
I think Goris just scouted that expansion. Yeah, actually really awkward here for the Olive. This is kind of the most... makes the most sense as a natural, but I guess not so bad. I mean, this is kind of his main is like an island up here. There's no way for Goris to get in besides the main path where he's running right now. He's got some mines there.
What are those lines? Like, this map, there's just one path through the middle, a wide one, but it's still one path.
Yeah.
Kind of split into two. Like, 2 mines could cover all the vision right there that you need. So, like, any mine should have went right there in the mid.
Both players on 11 farms, both players banking up a little bit of food. I'm getting so worried every time I see Goris floating like this. And I love that, you know, the thing is, the advantage that
happen again.
Yeah, the advantage that the bosses get. Oh no, Olive. But the advantage that the bosses get is they get better and better at their stage as the tournament goes. You know, Goris gets to practice this game set more and more. And that is so much damage that just happened.
I mean, the other players can see the stage rolls too. They can practice beforehand if they want.
Yeah, that is true.
Goris holding down the rally instead of clicking it, so spawning units attacked enemy units, but oh well.
Yeah, Olive returns the favor a little bit, but the big picture here is that Goris is already at 750 food. So this looks to be another 1,000 food win here for Goris. I'm not sure if Olive can really do anything to stop him.
I mean, didn't say you can specialize in the stage, but I think in these stages, like, you only need to play it so much. Like, due to the stage rules, there's only so many ways that are optimal to play it out.
Alright, this is gonna be it for Goris. The old surrender win. I think this is the first time we've seen that in Tooth and Tail. Win by losing. So nicely done by Goris. A couple clean 1,000 food victories here. What do we got left? We got Evil Murloc, who is down to 1 life. That's why we have only 1 Murloc replay. So I guess let's get into that one next. This is against Kalaru. So this is the one with a bunch of bands. I think that... Is that all the stage 2s? Yeah, that's all the stage 2s. Okay. So Murloc on their last leg here. Life or death. And let's see some bands. Okay, Murloc band. Let me pull this up. There we go. Stages. Stage 3. Alright. So, Murloc banned A, B, and D. So, Lizard Fox, Molcam, Ferret, Artie. And Kalaru banned all of them. So, it was a 3 and 5 situation. If there was a game 2, which there can't be, then Kalaru would only get 4 bans. But, alright, so Murloc can't use any of these units, where Kalaru can't use Lizard Fox, Molcam, and Ferret Artie. That's going to be hard for me to track. Gentlemen in the chat, if you're paying attention, please call foul if somebody... I'll try to see what I can do. See if I can match all it up. Are you ready, Sasha?
Yep.
Alright, let's get into the Murloc game. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, what do we got here? It's going to be some weird comps. Alright, Murloc in the bottom left, Chloro on the right. Okay, so let me see if I can check. So A, B, and D. No A, B, and D from Kalaru. Yep, okay, that's right. And then Murloc can't use any of these units. Okay, yep. Legal deck choices here. Other than that, it's just a standard match. No other crazy rules outside of all the banning. I think map looks fine from both sides, right? You got expansion choices, you got some high ground, you got some low ground. No lizards allowed this game. Overall, I mean, I think Murloc's deck looks okay with how much he was hamstringed at deck selection here. What else are you really going to go for? I mean, in the tier 2 slot... What other tier 2? Oh, Falcons were on the table still. He took both available tier 1. Oh yeah, I mean, maybe Falcons over the wire. But I think...
Yeah. Definitely.
Sometimes Falcons can just win battles very quickly. So let's see what happens this game. Just gotta wait a little bit. No second base yet, but now's about the time. Oh, I'm sorry, Murloc did get that expansion. So Murloc's build's actually pretty standard. 8 farm double into a mill into extra tier 1 into a farm. Pretty safe opening here. Meanwhile, Claro hasn't really made the next decision yet. There it is. Just gonna hammer down on those squirrels. So I think Murloc has to come home, sell the farm, build more warrens. Yep, there it is. Even throwing down some wire. But I think maybe the wire should have been on the low ground, because I think you probably wanted the fight to happen on the high ground. I'm not so sure. I mean, these warrens feel a little more exposed down here. Claro coming in. That one warren's almost gone, but Murloc going to clean this up very nicely. Defender's advantage.
Yeah. Why did they need to sell the campfire?
Yeah, maybe a bit of mistake there for Kalaru. But yeah, this is looking great for Murloc. You know, held that off with flying colors. Already has a second base, thrown down some extra farms. You know, posturing for counterattack here, but just gonna play it safe and back out for now.
Did he see the skunk horn?
Yes. Did see the tier 2 coming down.
Oh, why is he going Master Wheels?
Yeah.
Like, if it was any unit but skunks, he'd be fine.
Right.
But it's skunks, so...
I mean, Murloc has an overwhelming number of squirrels. Could maybe just target down the skunks, but there we go. Getting some skunks of their own now. Okay,
Like,
double
he'd probably
skunk.
still defend, but like it would cost so much, he wouldn't really have food to then build a tier 2 after the fight. That's like the problem.
Yeah. I think Kalaru's couple moves here are some good steps to try to get back in this. Playing a little risky, selling off some squirrels, but double skunk is pretty juicy, is pretty fat. It's a lot of HP to get through, a lot of gas. And just going to go ham on the second base, so I think this is a really smart way for Kalaru to try to get back into this. You know, Murloc not really attacking or anything, kind of giving Kalaru the breathing room. But got a really good scouting from Murloc here, knows exactly what Kalaru's up to. I think if Murloc wasn't going to attack, though, they probably should have went up to 16 farms, maybe? Because now, in a lot of ways, Kalaru's got a good amount of advantages here.
Bro, these squirrels are just gonna die.
Oh, that's so much gas. Oh, man, and the gas for
shit.
Murloc could not really get into a good position there.
Just sell the squirrels and build like an MG.
Murloc trying to push these skunks back. Kalaru does have a little bit of territory here. Could even put these skunks in the water, let them heal up a bit faster. Yeah, Kalaru's swung this game into their favor. Adding in more and more tier 2. Good job from Murloc here on the mines.
Like, Murloc could, like, eviscerate Kalaru. Like, because, I mean, Skunk Snake is gonna kill Skunk Squirrel.
Yeah, all these snakes coming in. Definitely gonna add a lot of value to Murloc's army in this next engagement. But the main thing I'm worried about is Kalaru has kind of gotten ahead on the economy. And here comes the wolf.
Yeah, now the Falcons are gonna be out. Then, yeah, Murloc's gonna lose.
Yeah, Kalaru's got to feel happy coming in for that scout just now, seeing the extra farms on that second base. I mean, if Murloc goes now, they can make something happen. But if the wolf gets out, all these falcons get out. I mean, Murloc needs to go right now, and is moving out. Doesn't have a lot of squirrels, but Skunk Snake is pretty strong. Needs some good targeting here. Ooh. His mine hit's gonna slow things down. Take a little bit of the wind out of Murloc's sail, out of their confidence. Gonna push back, and that's exactly what Kalaru wanted.
Like, I mean, even if he went forward, like, he probably would have won the initial fight, but then he would just have, like, low health tier 2 left over that would get mopped up.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of tier 1 warrants reinforced either. So Wolf is bought and paid for. Lots of mines here. Kalaru just wants to delay the game till the Wolf is here. Good scout from Murloc. Still hasn't seen the Wolf yet, though, but I think they will this time. Yep, there it is. Not going to be happy about that.
Why did Kalaru sell the skunks?
Yeah, what's he going into instead? More falcons.
Yeah, and Murloc's actually going back up on skills, so...
Yeah, I mean, Kalaru might have done a smart move there because last time around didn't see a lot of squirrels, but yeah, like you said, I mean, more squirrels on the way for Murloc. Ooh, this fight's looking pretty good for Murloc.
Murloc could have actually just crushed that fight if he wasn't moving so weird. All I needed to do was focus fire to snake tags, but he might still be able to do something.
Murloc actually caught Kalaru in a big tech switch here. Oh my gosh. I don't think Kalaru's enough.
Yeah, 95% of the time, like, you want to keep at least 2 skunks, because if the opponent goes mass skills, like, you need to stop that from being a thing.
Man, that's insane. Kalaru had this game in the bag, but went for the tech switch, went pretty greedy to go super high on the Falcons to complement the Wolf, and that's right when Murloc moves in for the kill. Nicely done from Murloc there. Gonna continue on their 1 life. Do we have any games left? Okay. We have
Green
Melvin
and
Fro and Green Biscuit stage 3. Okay. And they're both undefeated still. So again, this is just lots of units have been banned here. Other than that, it is pretty just a standard game of Tooth and Tail. So you ready? Get into the biscuit?
Yep.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. In the bottom.
There's lots of wonderful words in the English language, like almost and should.
In the bottom, we got Clara. Up top, the biscuit. Do you know who Green Biscuit is, Sasha?
I do.
Oh, are you gonna keep the mystery going? Not doing the big reveal?
I'm debating whether I should or not. I don't know if they actually care.
Oh, it's alright. I think it's fun. Oh, gentleman thinks it's Haru. That's a good guess. Amari was another guess, but Amari generally doesn't participate in events. Or if she does participate, then they're like very short tournaments. Even when Amari was like a really strong player, really active, she wasn't generally joining up on the fun. Just kind of a really strong ladder opponent to run into.
But like, no offense to Green, but like Amari is much stronger than they are. So.
Let me see what the bans were. Okay, so this was a 3 and a 5 ban. So Green Biscuit got everything banned against them, and they banned out A, D, and E from Kularu. So yeah. So just keep in mind, lots and lots of units were banned here. That's why we might see some weird comps. But honestly, these are almost mirror comps here. The only difference is the flavor of Tier 3.
Yeah, I think I favored the boar here, but you need to play correctly.
Yeah, the boar seems like... I mean, both units are very vulnerable to snake, but the boar... do you like the boar better because it's like, well, the boar is going to get something done, you know, regardless if it gets poisoned down?
I mean, if you have like Mass Falcon and like at least some snakes, the Badger's is gonna die like instantly.
Yeah.
If it gets FF or something or is mispositioned, the boar is always gonna tank a bunch and at least kill some. Tier 1, do some damage with the flame, and maybe boar bomb to ground Tier 2.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Badger could work out, but if the opponent like has a bunch of units, Badger probably just gonna like get disintegrated.
Clara pushing in, catching Green Biscuit with their pants down here a little bit. I wasn't quite paying it super close attention in the early game, but I guess the difference was Green Biscuit went for Tier 2, and Clara just went straight Tier 1. So was able to come in here when, what, 180 bucks was spent on skunks that weren't on the board, and get some serious damage done. Nicely done there by Clara.
Yeah, definitely a really short map to try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably more, not to take away from Clara's play, but it seems like it might have been more of something greedy that Green Biscuit did. You know, trying to get the Tier 2 up when they didn't see anything like an expansion from Clara. Losing 3 pigs here, so...
Yeah, like, you can, if you want to tech in that, but the map's shorter, just like wait longer, because it's a lot easier to hold, say, 15 versus 18 Tier 1 than it is to hold 9 versus 12 Tier 1.
Yeah, that's very true. That percentage difference is less at that point.
Yeah.
This time, Clara getting a little too big for his britches here.
Yeah, the skunk's kind of...
Really wants to kill that last skunk! Nope. Ugh. No.
Yeah. Green keeping that second skunk alive is so huge. Like, look at the army value. Like, holy shit, actually.
Yeah, Green's got it.
Kind of back in the game, I think.
Yeah, Green's in a good spot. Keeping that skunk alive was enormous. It dropped all the way down to 2 HP.
Like, if Green had lost one less Warren, I'd probably give the game to him, honestly.
Yeah, Claro kind of overextending in those last spots. Turn this back into a match. So maybe Green Biscuit will be able to make it happen.
But yeah, no, Green definitely needs like at least 9 skills right now. Or maybe waiting for this thing is gonna work.
Yeah, it looks like green was faking out with the mill there.
God, I wish green was trying to push right now. Like, he could easily kill all those squirrels if they stayed up there with the skunks. Maybe snipe that Warren too, depending on where Color's commander is.
Yeah, with the
All the
pigeons.
tier 2 was building.
Pigeon being able to give the high ground vision, get that skunk gas up on this
Yeah,
ledge.
it looks like he realized it. So that's good.
Well, Clara pulls back out of there pretty quickly, though. Clara's got some falcons, maybe help him target down these skunks. Green Biscuit.
Oh, the snake's not out yet. This is gonna be micro dependent, but I think green is good.
Clara really committing with this position. Gonna kill a pig right there. But there is no escape here for Clara with this angle of attack.
That's such a awful engage. Like, he basically forced himself into a choke point against the skunks.
Let's see how bad. I mean, he didn't trade super well there, but did kill a pig.
I mean, yeah, but green still has more pigs right now.
Yeah, that second base up for green makes that a lot less painful. We are well past that 5-minute mark, so these main bases will be following out here shortly. Green Biscuit gonna pick up a mill and back out. Lots of action this game.
Warren.
Or, sorry, Warren, yeah.
Like, so you know the Sage Moral Speaks mission, right?
Which one? It's been a
like
long time since I did the campaign.
There's like 2 groups of 3x3 Warrens in the absolute back of the map.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played the campaign in like 3 or 4 years, but what's the gist of it?
Well, like, I realize people lose so many Warrens so much of the time. And, like, that really, really hurts in so many matches. So I'm just thinking, like, why don't you just put all your Warrens, like, way in the back? Like, sure, it's a longer reinforcement distance, but, like, there's been so many games where people lose because they lost forward Warrens.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, maybe just put them all in the back, usually.
Yeah.
Since Warren taking this isn't that good.
No, it used to be better, for sure. I don't think there really is a lot of situations where you want... I mean, I think there are some situations where having the squirrels, like, share a tile with the Warrens can kind of help, like, mess up the opponent's AI where they tank a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like, right there, just getting that Warren, you know, and you're going to move in and get some more Warrens. Like, that's really what wins the fight. You're 100%.
Like, I get against Squizzard and Squizzard can, but that's about it.
So nice. Green Biscuit moving on. Still undefeated. Looked really dicey there for a minute, but coming back. And what do we got left? We just have Melvin Fro. One more match here. Let me... Melvin Fro. Okay. Oh, gentlemen saying we got a live one on our hands. Tosh versus Goris, stage 2. So,
that's fun.
Yeah, we can get to that after this one if you've got time, Sasha. Alright, so Melvin Fro, you ready to get into this? Stage 3. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
But, like, yeah, even last game when he was losing the Warrens at the end, like, I mean, that was a little too one-sided in that particular situation, but, so people say build closer Warrens for more reinforcements, but if the Warrens died, then they're just not making reinforcements at all, so.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the merit of either, like, just using this game as an example. If Melvin really wanted to go for like a 5-farm double or something, there is a theory, oh, you could just put your Warrens right there on the edge of your territory, have that super tiny reinforcement distance, but
I mean, yeah, that's like super risky.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You should know it's gonna work.
Right. Yeah, generally we don't see that happen though because of that, because right, if you lose any of the momentum, they come back, kill those Warrens for free, and that's game.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so Melvin went for 2 lots, actually. He's one of our 2-lot players. So both sides got 2 lots of bans, so 4 units banned for either side. These are the decks that we ended up with after that. And yeah, let's see where we get it from here.
Is Kalu actually gonna have a window here?
Yeah, Carlo with the 6 farm triple. Meanwhile, Melvin up to 8 farms. I think he did build a pre-8 farm Warren. Now, yeah, Melvin's selling down a little bit, trying to build some units.
If you can pick this Warren, well, nah, I don't know. Kalu needs to, like, focus fire perfectly.
He's got a pretty well. It's only 4 versus 3 right now. I mean, the unit board says differently.
Losing that skill was not good. Oh, he's not focus fire.
Oh no, there we go.
Well,
Okay.
Well, actually, it's still gonna work.
Starting to get in there. Focus a pig.
Just kill the skrills. I mean, just kill the skrills and kill the pigs.
Now does Claro back up? Did he get enough damage done? Doubling down with these mines up here, but Melvin knows about these mines.
Yeah, he's like super overextending.
Yeah.
Now he lost the game.
Yeah, I think Claro needed to go home after that pig.
Like, he took a Warren and a pig. Like, that's a lot of value. Like, there's no reason to stay at that point.
Melvin knocking on the front door, but realizes Clara's got enough with the defender's advantage. Gonna go home. And yeah. I mean, when the dust settles, I think we're in pretty even spots here. Maybe a little advantage for Melvin because he did trade better there. But I think Clara's okay.
Yeah, but looking at the decks involved, I think Clara wants to be better than okay.
Yeah, Clara's deck is pretty odd, isn't it? Squirrel, Toad, Pigeon, Ferret, Badger. There is no Snake for Melvin, so if for some reason we do get up to a Badger, you know, that could be pretty good. But Falcons do a nice job bursting down the Badger as well.
Yeah, like, I saw people talking about, oh, Badger's gonna be meta next patch because snakes are being nerfed. It's like, no, if you have like 4 more Falcons, the Badger still dies like really, really quick.
I don't mind seeing Badger be more meta anyways though, because it is a fun unit. Like, you know, it's got room for outplay or room for good micro. You know what I mean? It's not like a set it and forget it.
Unit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be great though, just because snakes are nerfed all of a sudden is my point.
Yeah.
Melvin for us 2 skunks. Color is going for the Badger, and it's not hidden.
All right, well, single base Badger. Melvin hasn't seen it yet. Maybe if Claro can keep Melvin busy, but I mean, Melvin's army, you know, old school squirrel skunk. Yeah, he sees it right there. It's right out in the front. All right.
Color super mismarked that.
Yeah, he stood in the gas for a little bit too long. Did kill a skunk. Clara will be fine here. Oh, that pigeon.
Like, he killed most of Melvin's skills in like the first 2 seconds, so he should have backed up again, let some pigeon hills get off and get out of the gas. Then he could have gone back in and probably killed the skunks in like 2 seconds and not died to the gas.
Alright, Melvin's just looking for the blood. This is where these pigeons make such a big difference. I mean, look at how much this skunk is tanking. Oh, the pigeons stopped healing it, though, because they're idiots. Alright, one skunk died, the other skunk getting healed. That's so insane. There's so much HP to try to grind through with that healing. And Claru's going to tap. Melvin continuing on undefeated as well. What's up, Zen? Good to see you. We are gonna hop. We got one more special treats match here. I sent you the replay. I sent you the password, Sasha. We're gonna keep it on the DL so we don't get anybody else hopping in from the stream. Whoops.
I don't see the lobby. Did I type it wrong?
Oh, it might not be up yet. I'm gonna try to join in as well. Yeah, I don't see it either. Give him a minute. I just messaged old Tashi boy. Let me get the scoreboard set up. Tosh won his first match, so he is on all 4 lives. Tosharoni versus Goris. Oh, wait, I love this stage too. And, you know, Tosh has been watching these streams, so... Okay, it said try now. There it is. I'm in. Joining now. Alright. I'm at the lobby.
It's 1D10T, guys.
Yeah, alright. We're all good to go. Oh, what did I just do? There we go. Nothing, apparently. Okay. So this is going to be one last one. It looks like, I think Gentleman was saying Tosh is going to do the next episode on Wednesday. So we just wanted to get this game in so he didn't have his own game to cast, because that's generally never fun. Goris with the deck selection here. Yeah, rare instance of a live series in 21 Duels. Well, let's see it happen. In action. Who will outfox their opponent to 1,000 food? Yep, Wednesday 8 p.m. UTC for the next episode. In the top we got Tosh, and in the right-hand side we got Goris. Tosh rocking the fox. Always fun to see. Probably not going to come into the game, but who knows. And again, the parameters for this one is you win with 1,000 food. It's extra large map, and you can't sell anything. Both players still looking to find where their opponents spawned. And looking at the map gen, I guess it's fine for both sides. They both have a natural. It's kind of mills scattered all over the place awkwardly. I don't really like these two mills out front of Goris's base on the low ground. I think they're kind of right in the action. But Goris does have some options to take a sneaky mill somewhere else if we get to a third base, but generally we haven't seen third bases on this stage. You know, it's either been a scrap fest or it's been getting to 2 bases and holding out for that 1,000 food. Interesting mill choice there for Tosh. Let's see what Tosh is thinking. No Warrens just yet. Okay, gonna throw down a double. I'd love to see him take this mill, just to throw Goris off the trail a little bit. Tosh has seen the second base from Goris. Goris has not seen anything additional yet from Tosh. Gonna continue the scouting. Yeah, see, okay, Tosh is on 1 base. What has he got going on? Nothing. Tosh cleaning up the campfire there. Gonna grab that as well.
I would like to see.
What's that?
I want to see Goris take that West Mill, then put a Snake Warren on that other side, then just auto rally the Snake into Tosh's second mill.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. Tosh moving out a bit, but gonna come home. Goris did eventually find Tosh's second. Now Goris is going straight up to 16, and you know Tosh is trying to do some cool plays with the fox and stuff, but I mean, this is just game Goris, right? Like, Tosh has got to do something.
So, I mean, let's do some math. It's 160 food in 10 seconds. It takes 90 seconds to build a tier 3. I don't think that math is really good for Toss right there.
No. By the time the fox hits the board, Goris is gonna be surrendering to win with his $1,000. This is scary. I don't know why this stage stresses me out so much when somebody has 16 farms. It's like, man, the fox is paid for. Tosh is gonna get in here and kill some pigs, but that's not really. He's really gotta kill units. He's gotta get Goris to spend money. Now, I do actually like the concept of the fox. If you can manage to get it out, right? Because even if you're just poking down a tier 1 or something, you're making Goris rebuild those units and spend money and keeping them away from 1,000 food.
Like, I don't like those snake horns. Or did he put them down before or after he scouted the fox?
I am not sure. It must have been after.
Because 2 snake horns is 480 food. Like, if
Yeah.
you scouted the fox, like, the game already would have been over before the fox is even out. So.
Alright, Tosh has got to start killing units. Oh, this is stressing me out. He's so close. I think he really needs unit kills more than pig kills.
That's a good spot for the fox, though. Well, he needs to move in, though.
If he has vision. Can't get that snake poison. Oh my gosh.
This is so awkward. No, Tasha's gonna lose.
Yeah, Goris keeps tanking the shot with the commander, and he's not. Oh my god. Oh no, the snake's poisoned it anyways. GG. That high ground would have been the perfect spot if he had a little bit more vision, you know? That little one high ground square. Oh, lizard and badgers were banned in that game, by the way. Okay, so Tosh dropping a life.
Yeah, like, if that was just a regular match, that would have been such a great, like, little terrain thing
Yeah.
for Tosh to use.
Even if it was a regular match, though, I mean, Goris was in a good spot. He did get the snakes to poison the fox there on the end.
Wait, yeah, but if before the fox got poisoned, though.
Yeah. That was exciting. I like the concept of what Tosh did, but man, you can just get to that 1,000 food so fast if you're left alone on 16. All right, let's see what happens in the second match here. Tosh just gonna use lizards this time. Just one unit. That's all he needs. I want to see the super ballsy going for 1,000 food, you know, like just threatening him, just being like, not build any warrens at all. Like, come on, man, come at me. Then throw some turrets down. All right, we got Tosh in the top right. We got Goris at the bottom left. Tosh didn't message me any new bans, so maybe it's the same bans. What were they? Lizard Badger was last time, so nope. Obviously, lizards were not banned this time. Maybe squirrels were banned. We don't see squirrels. Pretty common unit. And pretty awkward, a really awkward spawn here for poor Tosh. I guess taking this 12 o'clock natural, it's kind of fine, I guess. Just looks weird. Super spread out. I think Goris is going to be more than happy with their spawn. 2 easy bases to defend right here. To take a third here, and then if the game, for some reason, goes long in the southeast, there's some more real estate. Yeah, this is some ugly map gen here for Tosh. I mean, I guess a couple wires plugs up this eastern entrance if he wants to kind of focus his efforts on the 12 o'clock expansion.
Wait a minute, why are we seeing more, like, double warren rushes? Because you can't sell a farm to build another warren if you're getting rushed. I mean, I guess this is the rush here, but I think it'd be more common.
One lizard, I don't think is gonna do it. Needs a buddy here. I like that, let them get together, heal up in the water a little bit, but Goris is ready to defend. No bueno there for Tosh.
Yeah, that's kind of game.
Yeah, Tosh is pretty far behind now, but gets 4 lizards together, can pounce, but doesn't quite see the numbers there.
Of course, needs to turn around.
Oh man, when Goris is out in the water, if Tosh took that hit, would have had a better fight there. Ooh. Only 1 lizard bleeds off, so not too bad. And Goris...
Oh, those are really forward warns.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to keep his warrens, like, in the middle of his 2 bases or something. I don't know. Because, like, he could try... Well, I guess he could tuck them in.
Yeah, I don't want a high ground in the back, though. Not, like, on the low ground in the front.
Yep, and then what stinks is he can't sell, right? So maybe Tosh just, like, threw those down real quick to spend his money, and then is like, damn, I did not position those well. But now they are stuck. Tosh gonna try something, but Goris in a really good position. Has the toads as well. Ooh, but Goris is out scouting. This is Tosh's chance to get a little bit of damage. Not gonna be able to do too much before they're... Okay, Tosh is just gonna commit to this and lose all his lizards. Got some damage done, but I don't know if that was enough. Look at this army from Goris right now, too. Maybe Tosh was hoping that would turn into a base race or something.
But he didn't even have 12 lizards, did he?
He had around 12 lizards, but yeah, I mean, Goris had a comparable amount of lizards plus the toads. I think Tosh is just overly trying to be scrappy this game, though. Like, really doesn't want to let Goris just start saving up food.
Yeah, but he's down 3 farms.
Alright, Goris is moving in. I'm really worried about all these toads. Tosh is going to try to micro his lizards back, but the toads get some decent connections. But, you know, defender's advantage here helps. A couple of warrens go down in the fray.
Like, you should just try to base race. Like, there's so many far away mills he can take. And, I mean, toads don't have swift, so if, like, Goris is, like, close to Tosh's base, Tosh could just base race and win.
Yeah,
at this stage, he's too low on lizards, though.
Yeah, the 5-minute mark is going to hurt, too, because Tosh is just now expanding. And, you know, since Tosh did knock out a few of those farms earlier on, it kind of balances out the natural farms for Goris, but that's about to change here in just a few seconds. Tosh, though, trying to sneak back around. Goris should have seen a lizard or two in through the fog of war. Yeah, he actually killed those farms there, which is nice. But this army from Goris is going to be too big. I think Goris has just been on a rampage today. He needs to hold these toads. I guess he doesn't even really. Tosh is only down to a few lizards. Just going to let him go there. And that'll be a tap out from Tosh. GG. Goris on fire. Taking lives from nerds left and right.